Countdown.
Welcome to the amazing Emily, who I'm so excited to have here. Emily's been one of my clients and we've been working together for her really stepping up and creating the most incredible container for supporting women in business. Emily,
thank you, Louise. Yes, you. I feel like sometimes the way you speak about me, you're like my biggest fan.
Absolutely.
Other than my mum, of course. No, thank you for that intro. Yeah, I'm really excited to be here, and obviously, like you said, it's been a huge journey for us, and not a long journey actually, because we've only really been talking. Well, you've really been coaching me for as long as I've been working on bringing my business into existence. And so that's like maybe 8 months, I think, which isn't a lot of time in the grand scheme of things, but we've covered a hell of a lot. And yeah, I'm excited to finally sit down and kind of talk to you, I guess, about what I've created, and, you know, touch on how you've helped me so much, because, you know, you have been such a major influence in getting this off the ground, and you've held my hand, so to speak, from Ibiza virtually. And like really helped me overcome so many blocks. And like, you know, I didn't even really know about coaching until we spoke back in the summer last year, and you told me what you were doing now, and I was like, I would love to try this. And then story goes from there.
Yeah, exactly. Because we first met in Ibiza, and you ended up coming on one of my retreats, and then you've ended up being part of my coaching journey. So it feels really amazing that you've been part of this journey and I've been part of your journey, which is incredible.
I know. It seems like from the first time you turned up at my hotel room in Ibiza, because I think I had like a pinched nerve in my neck, and you gave me some physio. And then it was like, there was like 4 different points from there. I think that was maybe about 4 years ago now, actually. And it's like every year we've had like a connection, and it's been something different for some different reason. And now we're here, and it's just, yeah, I wonder what next year will bring.
Exactly.
Who knows? Maybe in real life event.
And I love it how it's been the growth. So having a physiotherapy session, you know, back 4 years ago, where I was maybe doing more of that work, and we're both growing together, which is incredible. And I would love to go back 8 months when we had the call and you were just exploring coaching. I mean, you weren't even like, oh, I want coaching for this. And when we had our call, it started to really unravel that you had this higher vision for yourself and really ultimately what your life had been building up to, because you've been spending years building your own really successful brand as an influencer. And it's not easy, for sure, when you're a solopreneur. I totally feel you in this, and you're going through this journey, and it can be a whole lot more complicated and tougher than it needs to be.
And that's our fault. Mostly our fault.
Exactly, absolutely. But when we go through things, when we realize, oh wait, I made that a lot more hard on myself, this is what I wished I had, and you've created the most incredible container that it really inspires me that you're creating this. It seems exactly like the type of thing that I really wished I had from the beginning. Because one thing that I learned through my journey is the more that we invest in ourselves with what we want, and the more we actually come together with people who share the same vision and build ourselves up, the faster results are. And so you've created this container that's bringing in experts to share. It's bringing yourself in to share your expertise to really accelerate people's growth in their business. But not only that, like, I love how you keep it so real on your page. If anyone has never experienced your incredible Instagram you've changed the name now. Is it the official
Emily Valentine? Yeah,
the official Emily Valentine.
They changed last month. Just had a little bit of an upgrade. That's my name.
Love it.
Yeah. It's thank you. It's you know, like you said, like going back 8 months when you first came to me and you were like, oh, I'm doing coaching now, maybe you want to try it. And I was like, I mean, yeah, of course I'll try it. Like I'll try anything once. I'm a big believer in, you know, therapies already. I'm talking therapy, and, you know, be like like looking inside a lot. Like I'm very introspective like that. But what I didn't realize was how amazing coaching could actually be for me. And like you said, I'm creating a product where I want to help people further them in their business, but not just their business, in their emotional well-being as well. And, you know, it is all about people investing. And I think the irony is, Louise, I never really understood that I could invest in myself that way, you know, until you came to me. And I was thinking about how I create a product for women in business with all of my learnings over the last 5 years as an entrepreneur, and, you know, bringing on experts and stuff and covering all the bases. I wasn't really helping myself at that time, even though I was thinking about helping other women and like fashioning a vehicle to do that in, container, as you say. So it was interesting that you came along at that time, because it feels very serendipitous for me, because I'm looking to do this for other people, and actually I needed that help myself. I needed to invest some time and energy into, you know, bringing that out of me. So I think it's a bit ironic, to be honest, if I think about it. I had no idea how amazing, you know, investing in yourself to bring out the best in yourself so you can bring out the best in your others could be. And yeah, it's through the coaching we've done over the last 8 months that you really helped me move the blocks that I needed moving in order to build this new business that launches in 2 weeks. Here we are.
I know, here we are. And I love how you spoke about, actually, I had this vision. I wanted to create something in where people would invest in this program, in this offering, to better themselves. And then you realize, oh, wait, actually, I'm not doing what I want others to do. And I think every person, or most people who have been in business and created something successful, have had that exact same moment. And actually that's what led me into coaching itself as well. I had that moment where I had a coach and I realized, wait a minute, oh my goodness, I haven't seen this stuff. It's been hidden in my excuses, and it's been hidden in ways I haven't seen it. And actually I haven't showed up fully for myself, and so neither could other people show up for me, because, you know, we get what we give out. Exactly. And when I started making those shifts the same, it was like, oh my goodness, it all makes sense, and things just went at rapid pace. And so I love how we have the similarities in that journey, that we both had a moment where we received coaching, and then that accelerated us into the clarity of what we needed and how we needed to show up, and to not only know that, but to make it happen. And that is exactly what you have done. You've went in deep. You've worked in all the multi-layers. You've done so much work in your inner game, your mindset, your psychology, the way you're showing up. And you've also done so much work on the outside to create the Sheep Reef, which we haven't actually introduced the name of what you created. So this is the perfect opportunity of...
Get on my soapbox.
Yeah, everyone take a moment and really celebrate and honor Emily, because we all know what it takes to get to this stage. And there are more times and opportunities that we could walk away from our dreams and visions. And you go through some deep stuff to make our dreams happen. And she's done this. So big breath in, and complete celebration to you for getting to this stage where you are going to introduce to us what you have created and how this is going to really change people's lives. So this is your moment.
Oh gosh, I feel like I've been on pitches all week, and it's all I've been talking about, and now I've got another one that's going to go like poof from my brain. But yes, the Sheep Reef, what is it? Okay, so basically, as Louise said, I'm an entrepreneur. I've been building up my own personal platform as an influencer and a content creator and a talent manager for 5 years. And although I started in fashion and beauty, there's still like huge passion points of mine. What I really love, like what really gets me excited, is female empowerment, mental health, sexual well-being, female pleasure, all of that sort of thing. Like, and then also making money. And like that's something I've never shied away from. I always fight very openly on my channels, and I realized that in doing that, more and more people, like my followers, were coming to me asking this type of advice, this quite niche advice. You know, how do I grow an Instagram platform? How do I ask for a pay rise? How do I talk to my partner about, you know, introducing sex toys into the relationship? So I was like, as you do in a business, you grow and you pivot. And I realized that what my followers were wanting was this this advice. And it wasn't just business advice. Yes, a lot of it was, but it was also very much linked to mental health and well-being, and in the female sort of areas. So I thought, what better way to sort of, I guess, capitalize on the fact that I'm someone that these people go to, then putting it all into one place, creating a platform where people not only come and get these tools and have their questions answered and get the support, but they also get a community. And the community element of the Sheep Reef is so important, because last year more than ever, and like generally speaking, being an entrepreneur can be a very lonely job, just you a lot of the time, and unless you're out networking, like it's 9 times out of 10 it's just me by myself all day, right? So I thought that after 2020 happened, obviously coronavirus, everyone's more lonely than ever. And who's the most lonely? It's the entrepreneurs who are still working on their own, but now they're cut off even more from the networking events. So the community is a huge part of what the Sheep Reef is. So this whole idea, I was like, what does it look like? What is the vehicle for creating, like giving people this platform to like have these questions answered and get this support? And I decided on a membership platform. So we have a membership platform. We have 4 tiers, that's 4 entry points. They all are very different price points, because I want to make sure it's accessible to everybody at every stage in their entrepreneurial journey. In doing that, everyone gets access to different things, but the biggest offering we have in the Sheep Reef is this amazing monthly drop of content, where we partner with amazing experts like Louise, who's going to be our expert number 1 in month 1, launch month next month. And she's got an incredible workshop where she packs 5 weeks of her talent and her wisdom and her knowledge about coaching into an hour's workshop, and it is just the most incredible thing. So we're kicking off with that. It's going to be mindset, and then the months that follow are going to be business mindset, because I wanted to make sure all of the content we were dropping was really tailored, not just giving women the tools they need to succeed in business, but also those tools that you need really to strengthen your emotional well-being and your mindset, because as we both know, succeeding in your business is 20% action, 80% mindset all the time. And so it's just, the proof is just there for me. Like I had, I needed that 80% mindset to catch up with me in order to make the 20% action happen. So, I mean, that's what we're doing. We're going to drop monthly masterclasses and workshops, have amazing female industry experts pair up with us, and everyone just drop their knowledge on our members, and it's going to be incredible. I expect everyone to have a lot of growth, and obviously there's so many different touch points as well with our monthly events and our Facebook community, where people can get together and discuss things and have their questions answered, and just generally network and support each other, because we just don't have that in the world anymore. And how do we continue to grow and evolve without, and like not be lonely without having a community around us? So yeah, that's kind of what it is. I mean, I could go on and on and on, because there's so much I can say about what the Sheep Reef is and where it's going and what it's offering, but that's the core of it. So
yeah, exactly. And I love the way that you share that. There's nobody who won't feel your passion for why you're doing what you're doing from going through the journey yourself. And actually I've been through this, and it could be so much better. And we all know what it's like. We buy a course on one area, and then we have to buy a course in another area, and it's all scattered and it's everywhere. And you're like, oh wait, where did I have my information for the money mindset? And oh, where was the information for that? And we have to remember all these maybe passwords and all these different things, and it takes up space in our mind. And you have developed one-stop shop where you just come in, and you don't have to worry about scattering yourself around for the information. You bring it to everyone. We just sit in our community seats, chill out, and it all comes
and it's delivered to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I really like how you explained that, actually. I actually haven't thought about it in that respect before, so thank you for that. It's true. Like I'm as guilty of that as the next entrepreneur. Like, we have an idea, we want to educate ourselves really quickly, we scour the internet, we find, free courses, freebies, we download them, we like scan them for like that gold nugget of information. And I realized through all of that, it's like, it can be helpful to a point, but like information is free everywhere. Like we can just Google anything and you'll get an answer pretty much. But what is not free is growth and community. And that is something that I believe people that are interested in this product are willing to sign up for and commit to and pay monthly for, because without that, that added that sort of cushion of community and support and, accountability, because when you're paying monthly and showing up for something, you're going to show up for it. If it's free, then its value is, I mean, for me, it's nothing really. You know, there can be a few nuggets in there that are just gold, but the rest, it doesn't feel, because it was free. Like, so I feel like accountability is a huge part of becoming a member of the Sheep Reef. You know, we've created the offerings so people can show up and commit their monthly payments and really find growth in that, because they are showing up, and it's not something that just you can find for free on the internet.
Yeah, exactly. And what's more than accountability is, it's accountability by high quality female entrepreneurs who are going through the same journey and who also share, as well as receiving expertise from the experts, you have this incredible container of women who are going through the same journey that you can reach out questions and ask. Whereas not everyone in our friendship group is an entrepreneur, and we don't always have the people around us that we can get real, honest, supportive advice that's actually going to help us get to where we need to be, because there's no point in asking advice from somebody who hasn't achieved what you want. And quite often as an entrepreneur, your network of who's around you isn't always going to be people who can actually support you and give you advice on where you want to be. Of course, they can support you and they can like love you in the days where you need friends, but you can also create this opportunity to go through this journey together with people. And that's one thing on my journey of growth, is when I really accelerated my growth and really got the results, I was always going through something with a community of people all doing the same thing, and we all supported and helped one another. So I love that about the Sheep Reef.
Thank you. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It reminds me actually of like the retreats that you did. I've been on quite a few, and I just it's that environment really. It just allows you to be vulnerable and for the sake of growth, you know, because I think a lot of us are we don't want to be vulnerable in front of our friends, especially when we feel, our friends and family, especially when we feel like they might not understand where we're coming from. But a part of growth, and especially growth in business, is admitting when you don't really know something, and there's a grey area you need to kind of strengthen your knowledge in. So yeah, that's where the community element definitely comes in. I certainly felt that through all of my growth and years as an entrepreneur. I never really had anyone ever. So Sheep Reef's just as much for me as it is for all the members, I guess.
Well, that's always the same with what we build. I find a lot of the programs and the retreats that I've built is something that I've either needed or it will support me. And I think that makes it really special in a way where it's something you're that connected to, like you're bringing that level of passion in it, that it's something that you would also benefit from and love.
Yeah.
And for anybody who doesn't know Emily, Emily has the most amazing personality and fun. And what I love about looking on her page in the Sheep Reef is, even from the choice of images to what's being said and the way she says it, this girl does not take life serious. She's serious about life. She makes it happen, but she does not take it seriously. And I always laugh or smile, and I think it's a really powerful way to learn things, because I always remember your mens, and I always remember your like visualizations or the picture that you used for your special offer you've got on in the Sheep Reef of like the Spice Girl image and everyone wearing silver for silver. An absolute genius here that makes this process, as I said, she's serious about the results, she's serious about life, but not actually serious. And I think that's something that's so refreshing when it comes to business, especially with me and my personality, is like sometimes I'm just done with the seriousness, and
there's too much seriousness. Like, you know, in the branding we choose and create on the Sheep Reef, like from the very beginning, it and all the market research we did, and you need to understand, like, the first followers of the Sheep Reef on Instagram were my own followers. You know, they were the first ones that heard that I was doing this new project, this new business. So I was like, guys, if you're interested and you like following me, you might like following this. And it was really important from the get-go that our tone of voice was like, fucking have a laugh, you know, like business is serious, but like it's not the be all and end all of your fucking existence on the planet Earth, you know? Like we want to enjoy it, we want to have fun, we want to celebrate our wins, we want to talk about the failures, and we want to laugh about it. Because honestly, I felt like when people take their stuff too seriously, like it sucks all the joy out of life. And I really want that reflected in the way we talk to our followers and the way we talk to our future members. You know, like there will be people that come on and they're deadly serious about business, but maybe they can learn something from, you know, the lightheartedness that comes with the way we speak to people, our customers, you know. And then there's that person that's just maybe just life and soul of the party, wants to run a business, and it's like, oh my God, the Sheep Reef is for me. And then they come on and actually they learn a thing or two, you know, because it's we do have really hard hitting masterclasses and workshops lined up where people will get real tools and see real growth if they apply these techniques, because we're partnering with some of the most amazing female experts in the business. I'm so excited, but I've carefully handpicked every single expert I want to work with because they need to align with the way we speak to our audience. And, you know, these women are sassy, bold, intelligent, but oh my gosh, they have like a sense of joy in life and everything they do. Even if they are talking about money and legal things, like these women are just fantastic specimens. And I'm so excited to introduce them to all our future members because it aligns perfectly. And I feel wherever you're coming from when you join the Sheep Reef, now whatever your like outlook on life is, that you'll benefit from what we have to offer. Yeah. And fun. We're gonna have fun.
Absolutely, you are definitely going to have fun. And anybody, if you're like, yeah, I'm so curious about the Sheep Reef, I might want to join, or whether you're just like, I need a good laugh in my life, like go follow the page. Either way, you're going to receive something so incredible from just being in the energy that's so authentic. You know, it's not like you're picking your brand style based on, you know, what you think people want or how you think it should be. You're literally being yourself and bringing what you really believe in into the world. And I really feel that and see that. And I really love how inclusive you wanted to make it when we were talking about you and your different stages of your membership. And I really love the line of, you know, take your seat at the table. Like there's room for everybody. There's room for everyone, wherever you are, wherever you're starting, whatever, you know, finances you have available or not, that there is literally something for everyone. And I really admire that.
Yeah, I mean, the membership concept is nothing new, but I do feel like when I was researching, you know, starting a female entrepreneur membership, I was like, what is everyone else doing? Obviously, you do your research, you see what's out there already, and so much out there is either just straight-laced, hard-hitting, you know, memberships where it's just information overload, everything's a little bit serious, it's all about the bottom line, and that's fine, that works for someone, but like for me, that's not all the be-all and end-all business. And then likewise on the flip side, there was these really like overly flowery, very saccharine, pink, frilly, like girl boss sort of platforms that again I wanted to stay away from. Like I'm not, you know, pink fondant legally blonde vibes at all. That's just not me. But at the same time, I'm not this hard hitting straight lace blazer wearing like businesswoman either. Like I feel like I'm somewhere in the middle. So that was really important that we created something that felt accessible but people would actually learn from as well. And like just like you said with the tiers, I hope if people feel like they can only enter at the bottom level, then, you know, they'll get a taste for it and they get access to the community as well, even though they are just paying £7 a month, which is £1.75 a week. So it's not a lot. I don't think you can get anything for £1.75 a week anymore.
Definitely not in Ibiza.
Yeah. So, you know, it's having that entry point. You get you get the same profile that a platinum member gets on the site. You get access to all the other members at any other level. You're on the community Facebook and you get the newsletter and you get access to the masterclasses on a pay-per-view basis. So you're still very much a member. But, you know, it's baby steps for someone that maybe, you know, is still in their 9 to 5 and they've got a seed of an idea and maybe they just don't feel confident enough to go full time about it. I really think by paying $175 a week, they would benefit from being in a community of women who are already bossing it and making their business dreams a reality. It might give them that push. And like for 175 a week, like that's, you know, I'm going to find 175 a week to do that, you know, even if it means I don't, like, I don't know. Like I said, what is 175? I don't know.
You can't even get a cup of tea anywhere for that. I think a cup of tea is more places. But yeah, you could sacrifice a cup of tea out, or like a takeaway tea or something like that. Absolutely.
Oh my God. I mean, I live in London, so a takeaway tea is £4.50. So that's pretty much half the membership in one tea. Yeah,
it's such a great way to look at it. And that's the seat, like an entry level, and then you've even got silver, and you've got gold, and if you jump all the way up to platinum, you literally receive time one-on-one with yourself. And anybody who's ever received any coaching or any mentoring where you actually go direct to the mentor, you can save yourself years of fumbling around. You can literally create instant results. And I think it's so amazing that that is offered to people who are ready or able for that level of deep immersion. That if you want that, it's available for you. You can really immerse into all of the teachings and ask all of your questions and get real advice from somebody who's walked the path and made it happen. And that's just incredible that you have.
She's talking about me, by the way.
Yeah, definitely. Emily is the master, the creator, and you share all of your wisdom, and that's just incredible that there is that range for people. It's like wherever you are, if you're beginning, if you're dipping your toes in, great. Or if you are fully ready to make it happen and get the results and receive that support, then that is there, and everything in between.
So Louise is referring to the platinum membership, which is our top tier membership. And they get accountability calls with me, which I feel like you've trained me for this. You know, I feel like I've been an accountability partner in my Instagram DMs now for 5 years. People come to me, they ask questions, they ask advice. You know, you build up rapport with your followers. So I was a little bit, you know, I want to do it, but like anything that's new, it feels daunting. But I am excited. Like, that's the overwhelming feeling, like to sit down with these 10 women, because there's only going to be 10 spaces in platinum. It's very VIP, very intimate, very limited capacity, because I want to be able to give everyone like the best attention possible. But I'm excited to sit down with whoever my 10 VIP platinum members become, and like just follow their business journeys on such an intimate level, and like have that monthly call every month just to make sure everyone's on track, and like answer their questions, and just, you know, like do it together. I guess it's really exciting. I feel very, very excited about it.
Yeah, it's amazing. And what would your advice be to somebody who is in this solopreneur place and they're maybe feeling a little bit stuck or unmotivated, maybe know what they want to do but aren't really doing it, from somebody who's broken through all of these places, knows that feeling, and made it through? What would your advice be?
Well, number one, join the Sheep Reef. Duh. You set me up for that one.
Well, you couldn't not say that because you believe it, because it is.
I mean, I wish I had that, like, from the beginning. Even, like, you know, when I wasn't making the money I make now, you know, I would have put aside 175 to be part of the group, you know, even at volunteer. But being an entrepreneur is so hard, and it's so exciting, and it's so hard, and it's exciting and hard and exciting and hard at the same time, and then one after the other, back to back, and it doesn't seem to ever not be one or the other. Actually, that's true. I can't think of a single time in my career where I've ever not felt like this is really hard or I'm really excited about this. But I think, you know, as I saw when I was when I was coming up through the ranks and, like, you know, increasing my following and growing my numbers and my business and all of that, I noticed how, as the profit margins grew, the mental health dipped, right? So I think people say all the time, and there's so much information on social media about balance and taking care of yourself and all that thing, but it's so true. But self-care, like we've talked about this, looks different to everybody. But I would just always say, like, trust your gut. If something doesn't feel right, if you feel like you need to take a break, time away. I've spent hours just staring at a screen, not doing anything because I felt the overwhelm. It really does help so much to step away from whatever it is you're looking at, because it's not going anywhere. And I always tell myself, no matter how stressed I get, this is not the end of the world. Like, we're not saving lives here. I mean, unless your business is saving lives, of course, but like, I am not saving lives here. Like, I can step away from this for 2 minutes, get some like headspace and some clarity, and just come back with fresh eyes in a bit, and I'm going to be so much more productive. And I used to think in the beginning that being chained to my desk and being chained to my inbox was productive, and I was, smashing it. But actually, I've learned as I've gotten older and more experienced that that is not a healthy way to work. So you feel like you need to be all in at the beginning, and you do to an extent, but it's all about being all in and knowing when to step back and then come back and then step away again and then come back. Because if you're just all in from the beginning and you're not unchaining yourself from the idea, then you're not going to be the best version of yourself showing up in your business and moving your product forward and moving your idea, like growing it, scaling it. So we're led to believe so often, I think, today, that we have to break ourselves to become successful, but it's really not true. And even though I feel like I'm going through quite a very hard period right now because we're heading to launch and it is totally unsustainable, I know that it is just a blip. And I know now from years of experience that, there will need to be some downtime when we launch in March, because I won't be able to come back and do my job as well as I can.
I love that. It's so true. A great lesson in what you're speaking of, which is work hard, put the effort in, but take that time out, that reminder of like when you step away from the laptop and your email list, everything's fine.
So true.
And actually you get a bit of breathing space and you remember who you are and you remember the space without the stress. Often, like, I love how you said at the very beginning that what makes entrepreneurship hard is what we create for ourselves, and we do create this stress and this pressure and this suffering a lot from chaining ourselves, as you said, to the idea of what we think we should be doing, and to the hustle and to the old belief systems that you got to work hard, blood, sweat and tears to make your money. And actually, no, you can step away from that and you can build a business that feels good, gives you that space. You build a business that's actually going to support you. You put the work in, but you create that space, which is so true, so incredible. And you're definitely implementing that and living that, of course, to the best of any entrepreneur in the midst of a launch.
And lockdown.
I
don't know where we're going to do the launch party. Like, it's just going to be me in my room with a bottle of champagne. Like,
do a Zoom one. We'll all join.
It's the only way. It's the only way these days. Like, what would we do without Zoom? Yeah,
for sure. But yeah, literally amazing. It's been so incredible to have you share not only your amazing, electrifying, passionate energy with us all, to really sweep us into the joy of creating a business and life and loosening up and having a bit of a laugh about it all, but to also share your journey and what you're creating and this unshakable passion that you have for supporting people through this journey, to give them everything you wished you had and make it fun, make it supportive, but make it transformational with their results. And it feels really exciting and something that I wished I had. So of course, you guys know the name, we've said it, the Sheep Reef. There is literally the most incredible offer going on just now. It's definitely worth checking out. As I mentioned, just check out the page anyway for the laughs and for the joy. Either way, it's going to give you something that you need. And I love that about the page and everything you stand for. And yeah, I'm going to share links as well to the Sheep Reef and also to your page. And massive congratulations, really. Woo! You done it. You made it. Incredible.
Thank you for having me on and talking about this.
It's been an absolute joy as always. And yeah, really, really honor you for all the work you've done on the inside, on the outside to make it happen, so that you can now make that level of success, inner world and outer world, happen for those you are serving. So massive congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, see you in the Sheep Reef.